All right. If you chose the dice as your pile, if you picked the dice, these are your energetic predictions of April. Yeah, like what's going on in April. Not too much. Like I'm not gonna get too much. It's gonna be a quick reading. It's just gonna be like a vibe check-in for April. Like what energy is your April kind of thing. So please hang in there with me. I'm still getting to understanding my format for this thing. Yeah. Well, I'm starting pile 1 with a song called Fun, so maybe your April is gonna be fun, pile 1. You know, a lot of, wherever it might be, where you are, the weather might be changing for the better. You know, it's like starkly different than what it just had been, you know, going into spring, and like the urge to get outside is there, maybe. All right, so tell me more about pile 1's April. What's going on for them in April? What is their April? Maybe there's a need for fun today that just came on. Okay, so it's not a lot of fun cards that came out. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Lots of court cards. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck means freedom. I'm hearing freedom to freedom. Like I think like you're finally like letting go of some really nasty fears and some nasty like the image that I'm seeing is just like you cutting the head off of some loud ass tyrant. Like you're finally letting go, separating from, and separating from something that caused you a lot of like delusion, anxiety, confusion kind of thing is what I get with this. Yeah, because right under the Queen of Swords we have the Two of Swords, which is like peace in this deck, and then so it gets into that's separate, but like that's what I think this is for. I think whatever is happening, ultimately you will be victorious in weeding through the bullshit and getting away from those things that really bothered you. So for the situation, in the first place we have the Queen of Discs and Death. So this to me is the overall vibe of what's leading you to April, or like what's going on in April, and like yeah, so a lot of heavy shit, like a lot of heavy big things are happening. This Queen of Discs talks about like after like the long arduous stretch of the desert, she can finally look back when she's on greener pastures to how far she's come and how much she has, and she's rested. And then this Death card is, you know, all about transforming and like moving on to the next phase of your life, the next phase of this existence. I will give my general reads, and then I will be reading from the Tarot Handbook by Angeles Arien. I don't know. They have some really cute like little mini definitions, and sometimes my bibliomancy can kick in. All right, so give me a moment. I mean, I'm sure you already have your tax return. I don't even know why I heard that, but I just feel like some funds have been acquired. Something big has happened for maybe some people in the pile. Like this is a successful business venture or like a merger is kind of what I'm hearing, where like you have gone from one tax bracket to the next or one position to the next. I'm not really big on like, I don't know much about jobs. So trying to understand how the inner workings of capitalism happen, I might not be correct in my verbiage, but I see like a whole shift in the transition in finances specifically. Like finances and like things you have access to are going to change in the month of April. But are you prepared for that is the question that I hear. Like, are you prepared for new problems, like new money, new problems, new life, new wife, not new life, new wife, but It just seems that like things that were a struggle for you to get here to this point now will pale in comparison to where you have to push yourself to enjoy this new thing. Because I've never noticed this, but if you look, like it in the definitions, they're always talking about how she like had to travel through the desert, but like looking back, her path was pretty straight and paved. Like she didn't really have to stray off the path. There is no like getting lost here or deviating here. It's just straight up like that. So it makes me feel like what was hard before, like what was hard up until this point in April, I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm not saying like what was hard before is going to be light work compared to this new type of positive struggle, if that makes sense. Or so like sort of like growing pains, but like the good kind, the kind that you get after playing basketball for 6 hours simply because you are having a great time, not because you want to go to the NBA. That's what I'm getting so far from that. What it's not is okay. What I love was what it's not. In the not position, we have the Nine of Swords and the Prince of Swords. So it's not like there's no need. You're not going to be rehashing fears or rehashing like negative habits under this strict guise of I need to be perfect. There's no perfectionism here. There's no perfectionism. There's no stabbing yourself in the month of April. It's actually the opposite. There's a stoic approach to how you are dealing with this new gained, accepting this new, what do I want to call it? Because I don't think it's finances for everyone. For some people, I mean, it's being the pentacles, I would say, like, or the discs, I would say it has something to do with finances. But since it's like of earthly things, like you could have a new property and no money to like furnish it. Like you could have a new car, but like insurance could be like getting insurance might be like a struggle or something. These are just like random things, but there's some sort of acquisition that has happened dealing with your receptivity that in the past your pattern was to freak out every step of the way. You're not doing that this time. This time, like I said, you're in this energy. You're done with the nagging Nancy in the back. The yelling, screaming lion, the cowardly lion, you finally cut his head off. You don't want to hear that shit anymore. So I think Spirit is affirming to you that you won't feel so whipped. There's no whip. There's no carrot and stick whip cracking. I'm going to be mean to my negative self-talk. All of that stuff is just gone in the month of April for you, Pile 1. What it is, though, we have the Hanged Man and the Prince of Discs. Now, this Hanged Man right now to me is screaming psychic receptivity and patience. I think that in the past you were quick. And whoa, is this power you've acquired, Power One? Maybe this possession that you have now is power, because like what I just heard was in the past you would kind of spaz out and like not any type of change or any type of thing that like was different from deviation from the path caused you severe anxiety, and this high perfectionism that you carry, Power One, causes you to be really cruel to yourself, not just this year, but just in general. Like I think life has been kind of tough and has like conditioned you and groomed you into being someone who like has to be like a little harder on yourself than everyone else is to themselves. And this time, even with these newfound changes, blessings, and just new things that are coming your way in this springtime, you are approaching it with the utmost surrender and psychic activity and psychic receptivity, so as to not move too quick, because this is also clarified by the Prince of Discs. Yes, he's coming in strong. Yes, he's coming in fast, but he's coming in a disc man, which means he's moving a little slower than the rest. And also I'm hearing something about foresight, like because hindsight is 2020, you are now in a position to use your foresight. So if anything comes up to shake the waters, if anything comes up to like disturb you, because you know where you're going and because you have like these regimented steps and plans in place, you are okay to wait to move emotionally. You're not quick to see things as bad or horrible or anything, honestly. Like, it would be great if you saw them positively, but it has less to do with like how you see things and more to do with the plan, which is a phenomenal place to be. So I know I started this reading off talking about fun. I mean, if that's what you want, these cards are very serious. It seems like you're down to business. Like, for some of you, there is a merger in place. For some of you, there is some sort of business acquisition that has taken place. Maybe you've come up on an inheritance of some sort that in the past, like maybe you in 2023, you in 2021 might have like not been able to handle the pressure of all of these new responsibilities. Now there's a stoic approach, but also a really nice embracing of what is to come through spirit, what is to come through the universe, because you've seen it work and you are choosing to affirm that works as well. Like being mean to yourself and like a perfectionist makes you might get the job done, but you don't feel as good as you would if you just simply did not eradicated that from your process. Okay, finally, the month of April for Pile 1 Spirit, we have the Outcome and Advice card. We have the Princess of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I think the advice and the outcome here is to continue to not be, I mean, the Princess of Swords is like super quick. She's quickly trying to like cut through the debris, but she's always in like a defensive position, whereas the Queen of Cups is in this receptivity, open, beautiful, like receiving, giving energy. And I think Pile 1, what I'm hearing is there will still be things that come your way. There is a mountain, a pile of things to do, but as long as you remain open and soft with your approach to life and the things around you, those obstacles those big boulders will simply become pebbles of sand in your waters, is really the whole thing that I was hearing. It's like all of this debris and boulders and just like rocks that she's crashing through and having to fight against. If you simply let them fall, which is what your process has turned into, the amount of emotional receptivity that you have, the amount of patience that you have, and love and nurturing energy that you have, your waters shall rise to the occasion to where these boulders simply look like specks of sand in your waters. So I really hope that makes sense for you, because yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Yeah, you always maintain your quick wit, your quick perception. You are no longer in a position to where you need to defend yourself. There are other things for you to defend. You can defend your children, you can defend your creations, you can simply defend even yourself by just holding yourself accountable, like just holding yourself and holding yourself accountable softly. There's a softness and there's a love that has been acquired after vanquishing this enemy. So I was going to read from the book. I might take a look. Let's see which ones have that one. No, let's see. I have a few that I want to look at. Let's just see if there's anything there that I missed that we can gain some extra wisdom from. This is Heaven, DJ Lost Boy edit. CFCF, DJ Lost Boy, if you're interested in what's playing in the background. All right. The Mood Fighter is the Princess of Swords. That's what I wanted to read. One with brilliant ability to keep moods out of the mental level of consciousness. This is arid earth, practical, common sense thinking, being down to earth. The princess fights moods that would cloud mental clarity. She has the ability to transform moods by willingness to fight them. One hand holds the sword, her common sense, mental clarity. The other hand is in touch with the earth, a pillar with discs. In this way, she can stay grounded and not be thrown off balance by moody emotions. That's so interesting paired with the Queen of Cups. I think that your way of fighting your emotions is simply embracing them. That's what I got from that Hangman. I think you are on a phenomenal path to, you are there. In the month of April, you will, if you haven't acquired it already, you will acquire. Acquisition is what you're being prepared for. And so just simply maintain peace, like maintain yourself. Do not turn, if you have to turn the sword outward, be it, but like do not turn it inward. What? Excuse me, I don't know what just happened. All right. Yeah, staying grounded, mood fighter. I love that. Those moods, oh my gosh, if you suffer with like mental illness, like obviously get help to a degree. I'm very weird about that, but like I want to affirm to you the visual image of, let's say you have a big feeling and you can see this big feeling as a rock, a boulder that is coming your way. If you can like zoom out from this vision, the visual of the rock coming your way, and zoom out and up so high that it's practically bird's eye view, this rock will look very small. And just practice surrounding it with water. Like go from a boulder to a speck of sand in your mind. Place the intention that this emotion that you see is a boulder, and then watch this boulder turn into a speck of sand and watch a wave wash up the shore, and then you can't even tell which speck of sand it was, because your waters are that powerful. Your emotions matter. They are crafting your world. You are getting what you asked for, and you are going to be able to help people more in the future if you're able to transmute and alchemize this process. Again, she doesn't have a bird's eye view, but she kind of has a higher perspective on what all she had to go through to get here. And I think you're embracing that more in the month of April, as well as acquiring something. So I really hope that resonated for you, pile one. If it did, let me know in the comments. And I'm also, please come back and let me know what your month of April is like when I do this for May. Oh my God, that's so cool. I don't even know why I stopped it, but like I was just finishing up pile one, and I was talking about like a boulder. I wasn't really talking about a mountain, but like just earth and just seeing them. This song is called Mountain by Cairo Geyser, and I liked it. It seems like it relates. Okay, still have some time. Making good time. All right. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. How are you doing? You can totally skip this. I'm gonna put timestamps in the description below. But if you're here with me while I'm shuffling, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I had a really weird morning. And this is how I'm taking control of it. Love it. Makes me feel like I'm learning from my experience. I don't know. All right, so I'm shuffling some more. I'm gonna shuffle it some more, but if you chose this iridescent stone, this is your pile. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh, if only my eyes could. Oh, this is just such a, ugh. When I'm just obsessed with like that, the divine and everything, like that glow, that purple, that blue, that yellow, that orange, that just exists in anything that hits light. Like I love light, like I love the light. I love how light reflects off of things. It's just rainbows, God, universe. X's and O's, zeros and ones. I love it all. So, all right. So if you chose that marble-ish thing, this is your reading. We're asking about the month of April for you. Spirit, tell me more about what's going on in the month of April for pile 2. That was in sync because I'm so happy that with the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but your first card coming out as the Princess of Wands, we're getting off to a good start. Okay. Oh, shit, I don't know much about. Okay. What? Wow. Wow. Let's just. Whoa. Intense. We got some intensities. Okay. Is this the vibe for like everyone right now? Like, I don't know. The song is Walking by Pat's Soundhouse. Walking by Pat's Soundhouse. Actually, I want to read a couple of these definitions to hear their perspectives about it before I go into it. But because starting off the gate, I mean, April, Aries season, I don't know if a lot of you are Aries, a lot of you are Sagittarius or Leos, but there's a lot of fire energy for you in the month of April. Whoa. Okay. I have an idea already. I have a general idea. Okay. So with this 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this is all about emotional disappointment, emotional depletion, yeah. Just kind of being like emotionally let down. You have no more left to give in these emotions, which is interesting because in your negative or what it's not positioned for the month of April are your only cup cards here. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I think the advice or the energy surrounding you in the month of April, pile 2, is that, I don't like this song, is that you will find a new method of coping. What the frick? Or you will recognize that depletion, if you will. Like you're softly or like earnestly recognizing that in the month of April. These are not the readings that I anticipated. They're kind of like deep. But okay, so for the situation, I'm gonna say the situation is the month of April. Like this is the month of April, and these are the little details and advice about it. So the month of April is a phenomenal month for you. We have the Princess of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So it's like there's a message there of matriarchal power. There's a message there of everyone around you kind of feeling the feminine and the mother, the nurturing, and there's a lot of nurturing energy around you that is like fiery. Like, I don't know if you've seen Black Clover, but I think her name is Lemillion, not Lemillion, but the sister Leoria, something is her name, I forget. She's just like she's like the fiery captain that took over when their brother like died. Look her up. She's got, I forget, the fire mother, forget her name, but that's kind of the energy. There's a lot of bravado, there's a lot of confidence, there's a lot of pride that is surrounding your feminine side and your feminine ancestry here in the month of I was about to say the month of Aries, but the month of April. I actually had an intimate conversation last night about the Princess of Wands. It's a phenomenal card. It's about self-liberation. It's about freeing yourself from your fears. It's about letting go of what was holding you back. And if you notice, in the Princess of Wands, she has her fear, which is this tiger, by the tail, and this is the story of her burning of her fears on the altar, fully self-liberated, fully free and overcome of those fears. And this is a queen who has subdued her fears. It is like a little kitty to her majesty now, And so there's a transition from princess to queen this month. There's a transition from one state of power that was already magnetic and just magnificent into a higher state of power, a higher state of consciousness. I will come back to that, but in the what it's not position, we have the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups. So I think maybe you're a Libra, or maybe you have some Libra placements, but I think there's a tendency, or Cancerian placements, obviously, because these are both Cancer cards. But there's this very, I'm sensing a weird pattern of complacency to the degree of, okay, so what comes up is falling in love or getting into something that feels good, they can pour out so much at once that makes you feel safe. You feel safe in a partnership, or safe in a project, or safe in something. Your security hides inward, being with something that can fulfill you emotionally. And so I think the month of April is not about you indulging so much in what is there, because this is about emotional Four of Cups is about emotional luxury, not really having to ask for anything or needing anything else, because it's just simply all provided, which is an ideal, which is a goal for a lot of people. And I don't think that it's necessarily bad, but I think that maybe recently you have either gone through a breakup, or you have either separated from this, because again, the Two of Cups and the Four of Cups is in the not position. So it makes me feel either right now, or maybe right at the beginning of April, there's a separation that occurs, or something that almost that switches what was normal for you to something different, it just kind of switches your routine a little bit. But then here we have in the what it is position, we have the Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Discs, and the Eight Justice card. There's that Libra energy as well. I don't know. I feel there's so much newness. I'm looking at this, obviously this Eight of Pentacles is the Virgo card, right? So this is going to be second harvest. This is going to be fall harvest, but it's still there's still a blooming that has happened here, and it's reminding me of spring. And I just feel this is a lot of newness here that you have, that Spirit is asking you to keep yourself tempered, to keep yourself balanced, to approach this new situation and not see it as all lost. Because to start off so strong in this energy and to end in this energy with this Eight of Pentacles, Eight Justice, the Moon, and the Seven of Pentacles, and this deck is failure. It's not really failure. It's more fear failure is the whole thing. I think that it's so weird. It's maybe the honeymoon phases. I have no idea. I'm really, there's so many things coming through. It's love is the partnership, and the partnership, or the fulfillment that you were getting from a project, or the fulfillment that you were getting from the safety that I was speaking about earlier, is being released and turned into something new, and being turned into what you had asked for previous moons ago, previous cycles ago. It's finally growing. All of this water that has been pouring out alongside all of this fire, I just feel like has heated it up, and it has caused things to grow into something else. So this newness is so rapid and so random in the month of April that it could cause you to spook. It could cause you to question or doubt, or like not know what is happening, because we are left with the outcome of the moon and the Seven of Pentacles. And I think that there is so much love and so much desire to stay in this connection or this partnership or with this project, that because it's transitioning into something different, like maybe because there's a lot of duality here, you know, the scales, there's the Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, everything's kind of even with this moon card. And like, this is like, with the Seven, it's kind of like you're not really fucking with the odd shit. You're not fucking with anything that's imbalanced, right? So it's like, this is so new for you that there might be a fear that manifests. I don't find you to be a runner, pile two. You don't seem like someone, you can't run. This is you, baby. You're courageous, you're fearless, you're fully endowed in your strength, your spiritual strength and power. Like, you are not someone who shakes easily, but I do think that it's like Jack and the Beanstalk kind of vibes. Like, seeing something grow so fast, so quickly might cause you to like spook up and lock up inside. And I just think Spirit is urging you and complimenting you beforehand, because you will effortlessly be able to do this. Your balance, your ability to maintain an even keel perspective, and if you ever feel off, you know how to focus toward getting back to your center, so that you can really not cast away and burn everything away that had been worked for to get to this point. With the Outcome card, these two people are separated. They're looking at each other. They don't know when they're going to connect with one another, but they are in separation. So I am sensing some separation here. But it's not real separation. You know, I think there's a time where things are shifting with this love. This love has grown into a different way. Something new there's a new item on your Sims list, if you will. Like, you just have acquired something different. Like, I don't play Pokemon. I wish I played those games, but it's like alchemy. It's like you mixed all of these things together and you were going for one. You were just mixing it together, having a fun thing, but then you accidentally grew like something super cool that is the culmination of your love and your spiritual strength. So I think the advice for you in the month of April is to release your fear of failure, release the need to define things so much, and maintain your space and your integrity in this sacred space of the unknown. In fact, I would recommend in finding a way to be not intoxicated through it. No, I'm not telling you to overindulge, but I was gonna say, like, if there's a way, if you are very spiritually powerful, Pile 2. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and ask you to try to alchemize that feeling into something that is intoxicating. Like, I feel like this is something that I could get high off of if I allowed myself to. Not that you need to get high, not that you need to seek escapism, but it's something that is so raw and potent, this unknown feeling. It's so close to mother's milk. And I think you should try to have a sip if you can, if that helps you calm down, if being able to know that what you're experiencing is the divine in the flesh. Like, you should just kind of get into that versus like, did I mess up? Am I messing up? Are we messing up? I'm looking at the next song in the queue. It's coming up now. It says Sincerely Yours. Like, this whatever you, just because you let go of your fears and this person, place, or thing might have distanced itself during that process of turning in going from one stage to the next, the princess to the queen, or just like this alchemizing, transformative pupa stage. Like, just because they've given you your space while you're going through this transition, it doesn't mean that you're separated, or you won't come back, or you aren't still together. And don't let that illusion of separation and that illusion that all is lost knock you out, because I'm here to affirm to you, and April is going to affirm to you, that not all is lost. So that's the message I have for you, pile 2. I really do hope it resonated. It's kind of a lot more meta than I was anticipating. I genuinely, truly hope in my community, the people that this finds, that it resonated for you. And if it did, let me know in the comments. Let me know. And come back at the end of April and let me know how your month went. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear it. Have a great day, pile 2. You're a bad bitch. Okay. Two more. I can do this to knock this out. That was interesting. I was like really not anticipating this being so deep. Like I was hoping to get some like, oh, okay, I'm seeing. Like, I like to watch a lot of pick a cards, and so I like it when it's kind of simple and I can understand and apply it to my situation. And sometimes I feel like my readings aren't as easily applicable, or maybe they're not. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I understand. Like, this is very, I'm proud. I'm proud that whoever I'm pulling for has such a, the groups that I'm pulling for has such a dedication to themselves and their spiritual journey that they're able to receive messages this way. So that's what I said. Like, obviously you can handle it because I'm saying it and Spirit is saying it. So I just, wow, y'all got a lot going on. It's kind of intense, you know, intense. All right. So, if you chose this guy, this Buddha, this Shiva Buddha kind of demon thing, this is your reading. What does pile 3? Tell me more about pile 3's April, Spirit. Tell me more. Sorry. The combinations are crazy. I have to, what is happening? What the fuck is going on? Excuse my, no, fuck that. What the fuck is going on? Like, you know, what the hell? Sorry. You have the Death card, the 13 at the bottom of the deck. So obviously, maybe you're somewhere cold, like the month of April might still be cold for you. I don't know why I heard that. Maybe that's for some people. Things are slowly waking up. I don't know, there's a spook. I don't usually get spooked out by the Death card. I'm not spooked out now, but there's a spooky energy of like things lurking beneath the surface that you quite haven't figured out. That's kind of like surrounding you right now. There's a spooky energy of like, and I'm saying spooky because that's how it feels. And it, like, Death has come out already and it didn't feel spooky before. In this context, it feels like a little spooky. It feels like, for some, maybe this is like a really well working ritual. Like for some people, this is a ritual that works so well that you didn't anticipate the effects. And I've been made aware of that recently, you know what I mean? Like this is something that, this catfish is pissing me off. Like this is what is spooky to me right now. Like, I don't know, like back here, it's just like, usually I focus on the people like, you know, being elevated to the next form of consciousness. I am focused on all these possessions that surround the death card, the death angel here, the dropped flowers, the scorpions, the lost lotuses, the snakes. There are some things that have been lingering around that have yet to pass on. So maybe pile 4 in the month of April, you might be getting visits from past things, people, past places or things. Okay, and I guess what's right up under it? Yeah, I guess the right thing to do, what? Okay, this is for somebody. Get out your libations and spend some time in the sun in April. Pour up some water. Offer it, and go sit in the sun. And I think the sun will exorcise anything that is slithering around that has no business, but also get you in connection with yourself more. And that's what I'm hearing there. All right, so for your month of April, you have the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. For your what it's not the 6 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, but it is the Princess of Cups and the Emperor, with the outcome being the Empress and Strength or Lust, which is 11 in this deck. So we have that 11111, which is 5, and I'm connecting it to this 5 that's right here. I'm gonna read this 5 of Swords because there's a message, there has to be a message in the definition that will assist me on framing what I'm hearing. Fear of defeat, memory of defeat. See, memory, past. We're dealing with the past here. Like the past is kind of haunting you, has been haunting you, pile 3, which is interesting. Evil eye just came on. There's some evil eye. Pile 3, you know what? This is for entertainment purposes only. Like, I'm gonna say it. Like, pile 3, you got some evil eye. Like, you got some spooky things kind of lingering in your shadow. Like, you kind of have some things from the past that you are feeding by fearing the past, right? So we have the fear of defeat or memory of defeat. This card shows the heart nature is turned upside down by fears and thoughts of defeat. The swords make an upside down star. One's self-confidence and self-esteem has suffered a blow. The individual fears try again for fear of being defeated again. This is a tendency to overanalyze and bring up past patterns and overlay them on the present situation. This is Venus in Aquarius. Fears concerning a new relationship or fears of defeating a concerning new idea that one has an emotional attachment to. When a person is drawn towards this card, it's an indication that some fear may be weighing on his or her mind, their mind. This may be some memory from the past, 5 years before, which has damaged the self-confidence and self-esteem, making the individual afraid to try again now in a new relationship. With some new idea he or she feels strongly about, there's a desire to break through this fear, and there's a possibility to do so in the next 5 weeks to 5 months. The Hierophant can be drawn on blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say your energy or whatever. For some of you, there was a ritual, period. For others, I just want to say that what I'm witnessing here is someone who hasn't fully put to rest things that deserve to be laid to rest. Though we may not feel like all of our experiences are valuable and like they don't deserve a proper burial. I'm saying like some things deserve a proper burial. So I feel inclined to continuously give this particular group ritual advice. Like I'm like, you need to let them go, burn them up or tear them up and lay them to rest. Give them a proper, here lies your fears. Like you need to properly lay them to rest, because somehow, some way, they are attaching themselves. These fears of yours are attaching themselves to objects. These fears are attaching themselves to people. They're kind of like little tricksters nipping at the ankles of your loved ones and using your loved ones in such a way, or just things around you in such a way to kind of provoke you to notice them and to notice that they exist, because you have been juxtaposed to that, which is the main card, Four of Cups. You've been living a life of emotional luxury, seemingly happy, seemingly prosperous, seemingly like you are, not seemingly, but yes, like on the surface it looks good, it feels good, you don't have to really want for nothing, but like you're like are still in the space of not moving, as to not wake up this really weird feeling of fear. Oh gosh, all three. Give yourself a hug, dude. Like, this is so normal. It's such a normal thing to do. I think it's super cool that you have access, or whoever you are has access to a type of experience where you can witness things be like like take on itself in your physical reality. You can witness things kind of mimic your past and your physical reality. Like, I can't gaslight you. You know that they said that like you are, it's almost like they were saying in the definition that you're projecting your past fears onto new situations and not letting yourself grow. But truthfully, with this death card and what I'm seeing, it's not all you. It is you, it's coming from you, you are the source. However, it's like, damn, like it's affirmed kind of all the time. It's like, oh shit, there's a sign, or there's a pattern here, and I know where this goes. Watch when they say this. It's like, I don't know, like you are so in tune with your emotions. You have so much emotional receptivity and understanding around you that it's like you're kind of accurate in your perceptions. However, you are aiding in this by not putting them to rest and recognizing that you are afraid. So moving on, what it's not, April. We're talking about April. We have the Six of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I think there's something there in this. Six that I might like to see. Spiritual revitalization and expansion. This is a major win. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to have a win, like a major win with the Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like if you're fearing defeat, you're not gonna win. So in the month of Aries, in the month of April, which is cool, you got the Emperor. You've already won, I think, is the mantra. You've already won is the mantra for you, pile 3, because what you're not gonna get is this win or this like, yeah, this is the one thing that's gonna give me back what I lost. Like, I'm gonna get back what was stolen from me. Like, I finally get my lick back, or I come out on top. That's not really the case here, because that's not really the situation that this loss that you feel is respectfully an illusion. It was never there in the first place. Holy fuck, because in your what it is the Princess of Cups. Let me read you this Princess of Cups so that you can understand where I'm coming from, because it was an illusion of attachment in the first place. I love this Princess of Cups. She talks about emotional detachment, free of jealousy. The princess loves deeply but has worked through jealousy and possessiveness. She has the ability to offer emotional longevity, loyalty, and commitment in a relationship from a place of detachment she has already let go. She is able to achieve this detachment in a step-by-step way with determination, with fine, clear communication, right? So what I was trying to say is, like, whatever this loss that you are perceiving to have had doesn't exist. It simply just, it only exists in the mind. So you can't gain and receive something back from a place that is within. You know what I mean? Like, only you can recognize that what you're trying to acquire physically and get like bravado from on the earth plane, like get like a pat on your back from, you can't receive that outwardly because it has to come from within, because you took it away from the inside. Please, I really hope this is making sense. Yeah, so that's not what it is. It's not some like big like, oh, like, yeah, I'm finally gonna, this is so surface, but I'm gonna get the girl, and then like yeah, we broke up, but like I'm gonna get someone hotter, or like I'm gonna get that car, and like that's gonna make everything okay. And that's kind of like this, that's what you've been doing with this luxury. That's like you've been getting things to fulfill this feeling of luxurious, like you don't have any lack. And the more you ignore what you've lost inwardly, or like what you've cast aside or cast out to just like rot, the more you ignore, the more that ignoring miasma fuels and feeds these things that you are repulsed by. And if you know anything about magnetism or anything about predator and prey dynamics, the more you run from something and get away from something, the more it signals in that brain to become a predator and chase you, you know? So like a cat is only it's gonna chase a bug, but if the bug is still and the cat is still, there's a standoff. But as soon as that bug or that bird or that squirrel gets to running for its life, that cat gets to being hungry for life. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling here. Eyes is the song playing by Vanessa Baderette. Anyway, so the month of April, what it is for you, we have Princess of Cups and the Emperor. So we have healthy emotional detachment, and also healthy, like, I'm that nigga. Ooh, I'm that motherfucker, you know? I'm that guy. I'm him. I'm it. It is me. Him is me, I am him. Like, I can start anything that I want. It's like almost empowered. Empowered. That's the Emperor. The Emperor is empowered, okay? Truthfully. So I think we have here, in this deck they talk about like filmography and like creative passions and creative endeavors and all of that stuff. So I don't know if it's, my point is, the month of April for you is owning the luxury that you seek. Owning the luxury that you have acquired through chasing, but owning what it is because you have it, you know, like owning what you have and letting go of what's not yours or what no longer serves you. Letting go. You're committed to yourself and you're committed to this lifestyle that you have. Therefore, own what you have and let go of what you don't, you know? Let go, and what you don't have is the past. What you no longer can hold the days of yesterday in your hands. Let it the fuck go. Easier said than done, but there are so many resources and tools and exercises that you can do to let it go. But one that Spirit is saying that will really help you is simply embracing that you are everything that you're afraid that you're not. Everything that you're afraid that everything that you felt like you weren't, when that moment and that pain caused you to seek this luxury or seek this over excessive of like needing to have these wins, like whatever moment caused you to feel that you weren't, was the lie. And you'd have to recognize that the pain you felt was accepting that lie, and you need to let that lie, you need to lie that lie down and embrace that you are him, like you are empowered, like you are whatever they said you weren't. You can simply say, oh, they were wrong. I've always been that bitch. I've always been that guy. I've always been that motherfucker. I am capable of doing and making anything happen. This is the truth is, I am God, you know, to a degree. I hope that makes sense. Because, okay, moving on. Finally, we are left with the Empress and the Strength/Lust card here. And this is, I'm gonna show you this. I hope you can see it. Something I recognized recently. I might not be right, but you see all these dead people, these hidden memories from the past, like ghosts in the background kind of thing. I don't know if I can show you that. Oh shit. But you see that? Like we have, I mean, these are things from the past, and all she's doing is taking what she chooses and what lessons that she has, and she's lifting it up from the underground. She's releasing it. It's just like the death card. They're very similar. She's releasing it up and casting away the snakes and magnetizing those pinnacles and those orbs and those winds, right? Burnout. Anyway, my point in bringing that up is you are capable of choosing what works for you and getting rid of the rest, so much so that you can create whatever reality that you want. I mean, this lust card is surrounded by the Emperor and the Empress. You have both sides, both creative energies working for you. You can be the ground and seed the ground and be the flower that grows. Pile 3. And that's what is happening for you in the month of April. In the month of April, you will witness that growth. You will witness your power, truthfully. It's just a lot of power here. You will witness and accept and own all that you need to in order to finally put those past fears to rest. So I really hope that I'm not giving the Empress that much attention. The Nurturer, Comfort, Beautifier, moving towards balancing emotions. Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of like a soft girl right now, because I think the truth is you're him. Like, you're that. And I'm not trying to, it's not like, that's a phrase. It's not, I'm not gender coding you. I'm just saying, like, she's just here to offer that receptivity, that nurturing, that water. And he's there to offer that seed so that y'all can grow and finally, like, utilize the resources from the past as fertilizer to get you what you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the same thing in so many different ways, but ultimately, pile 3. This is the transition from fake it till you make it to we did it, Joe. We made it. Okay? So I hope that resonated. If you have any questions or clarifiers, that I wasn't all clear, you can ask them in the comments below. If it resonated, please let me know. Also, when the month of April is over, and if you can let me know how your month went, I would love to know. I would love to know what happened. That's really interesting. Would like for the people who have the spirit issues or like the little tricks or things around them. Also, I would love to know what's up with you there. Like, talk to me about if you did some of those ritual recommendations, like the water, the burying, burning the fears, etc. Yeah. Have a great day. Have a great month. Looks like you're set up for success. Looks like everything, it's up to you, And I know that might seem harsh, but it's up to you to accept your power. I mean, no one else is going to do it for you. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't want someone to accept your power. Ever. I'm pretty positive you wouldn't. So that's all I have for you, Paul 3. Get out of here. Scram. Ants to who, you gods to who. Love it. Come on, Andre 3000. All right. Keep checking my watch because I do have to go to work. And I still have to get ready. I have to shower and just stuff. And so I might be late. But this is really important to me. And I'm very proud of myself for doing it. Because I've wanted to do this for such a long time, and every time I'm able to give someone a reading, I feel so much better. Even if I don't know what the hell is going on. I kind of struggled in pile 3, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Not pile 3, I don't know. I feel like I struggled because I've done pick a card readings before, right? I've done pick a card readings before. And they're usually a little bit more tangible. I could logically see how it could apply and manifest to a situation. I could relate to some of the cards. Some of these situations, I'm like, who the hell am I talking to here? Who is this? Who's gonna pick this card? What are they like? This is a really strange energy. Is this an alien? Like sometimes I'm like, whoa, like today specifically, like the people who are checking in for April via me are an intense kind of group. And I'm liking it. And I'm hoping that they like the reading too. So, yeah. All right, if you chose this cool looking dinosaur egg stone that I don't know the name of, I got it at a store in New Mexico and those little things. This is your reading. If you chose this guy, it's pile 4. I have to shuffle it a bunch because I got spooked out when like cards are coming out again. I'm like, all right, y'all, like, come on. Matter of fact, like I know how to shuffle some cards, and it's just like these cards just stiffen it up on me, and I need them to stop it. How are you doing today, Pile 4? While I'm trying to get your shuffle together, how are you doing today? Are you having a good day? What's the weather like where you are? Comment down below. Engage if you can. I do not own the rights to any of this music, so I hope they don't take it off. I just really need the vibes, you know, like I need the vibes for myself. Okay, Spirit, tell me more about pile 3s. Pile 4s. This is pile 4. This one's sorry, Spirit. Pile 4s. April. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, 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 boom. Valor. The bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You need to. Death has been everywhere, you know. He's like, we still, I don't know what the hell that's about. Okay. Oh, perfect. Spooky. I'm not understanding. Why is all this spooky stuff happening? It's not spooky. Intense though. Intense. I had to hit. I haven't hit it this whole entire time. I had to hit it. Y'all, I'm gonna read some of these cards just simply for the plot, real quick. Yeah, I know that. Spooky. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Completing the initiator. Completing the old, initiating the new. Oh, this is actually not spooky. This is actually quite beautiful. Like, quite beautiful. Fear of ruin. I understand. All right. I glanced. I tried to use my bibliomantic skills. So, getting started with this 7. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I do kind of look under the bottom of the deck energy sometimes, and I'm like, what else is like fueling that? Like, what is like helping rise this to the surface? And under the 7 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands, which means to me, this month of April for you, pile 4, Spirit is offering you and aiding you and giving you and cloaking you in so much strength, and like really sending strength and perseverance and steadfastness your way, right? Because we start off with the Knight of Discs, who is very strong, if you ask me. I didn't read him, but I think in this deck he's all about, you know, getting to the goal one step at a time, practically, but also like his defenses are high. Like if you actually look at how defense he is. Like this is his shield, but his shield is like permeating and radiating this like extra layer shield, like shield hero level. Like he can ward off bullets, he can ward off anything. So it's like there's a lot of strength and like courage being sent your way, but there's also a divine protection around you. And that's, you know, buttressed by the star, like clarifying this Knight of Discs is the star. Like you can, in the month of April, you will feel more confident in your spiritual protection. You will feel more confident in your ability to navigate life due to this newfound courage that you have access to, that's being sent your way fully. Oh, I like this song. This is Lullaby by Fox and Sweet, Fox plus Sweet Taboo. Yeah, that's your month. Like there's like divine, I don't want to say divine intervention, but yeah, divine intervention, divine protection, divine cloaking, just divinity. You haven't access to that, but access in a way where you are able to see that or see it within. You're able to recognize that inside, and therefore just know this, no matter what it is, you're the last to the party, right? You're the last to arrive. And so if you're able to see something in the physical, it's already happened internally, right? Like it's already been recognized as some part of the process inwardly. So this month you're able to recognize how protected you are, how safe you feel, how confident you are in your ability to protect yourself, and how connected to the divine, your access to the divine. You're able to recognize that even in the throat chakra more in the month of Aries, in the month of April, which means something has already happened. There's a transition or transmutation and a transformation that has happened internally already for you. And so you don't have to like do any work. You don't have to, there is work, but there's nothing more to, you don't have anything left to prove to yourself, because you already proved it to your brain. Your brain already has recognized and accepted into your subconscious that you are protected. You are, sorry, excuse me. It's not the best song to have. Heaven knows I'm miserable now. But I don't hear that right now. Actually, I can play that. Yeah, that's really cool. I think they really wanted me to let you know that. Like if you can see it, it's happened inside. It has already been, the divine has given it its like check off and signature. So that's really cool. I think the month of April is all about acknowledging in your own speed, in your own way, that you are divine, you are divinely protected, and you have access to that. Wow. So what it's not, I don't know, because this guy's all spermy and I never really get him. Like the Prince of Cups, like they're like the Knight of Cups is the romantic one, I thought, but like the Prince of Cups, like who is he all about? Is he the romancer? No, he is the romancer. Oh my God. The lover. This is emotional passion, desire, feelings expressed fervently. The Prince is strong, passionate nature. You know, the one who loves me. You go Scorpio. When you drive his cars and enter his date to the passion. Fervently. I think, I don't know. For some of you in this pile, I'm getting that that you, in the month of April, you are releasing. This is like a release thing to me. You're releasing a person, or a trait from a Scorpio. I don't know. You're releasing a Scorpio, you're releasing a love, you're releasing, maybe this pain has come from, because we have the moon, and the moon is all about the love. In this deck, the moon is about at least partnerships and love and like connections as well. And like the need to not delude yourself and like, you know, choosing the right partner or choosing the right person, because you can really accidentally give your all to this person. So I'm like sensing some sort of like, Scorpios are not just like textbook toxic, guys. Like, but there's some like, I'm feeling like there was a love bomber or a pattern of going for someone who showed up to give you multitudes of things all at once. And you were equating your worth with this love bombing, essentially. For some people, it is as specific of a person. It could have been a parent that you had. It could have been someone that you knew that had this energy of intensely giving you everything all at once and then like being cold. And I think that it could have been from a long time ago. It could be from recently. However, whatever that was left such an impact on you that it kind of changed the way that you show up in relationships and things now. So in the month of April, Pile 4, you will be releasing that attraction to love bombers, that attraction to gift givers right away. Like that's, and I can speak for myself. Like a lot of my friends were able, there's just like, a lot of my friends were able to acquire me through the art of cheese giving. If you know that little, if you want to grab a woman, give her cheese or whatever, like the people were able to acquire me and my energy and my sacredness and my divinity simply by giving things. Because I was like, oh, if they give me this, they love me, or like if they're saying this, they love me. You know, it was less about the actions, you know, which is where you are now. You're very action oriented, step-by-step, practical things that are showing you what is happening. Like patterns and actions showcase the truth of what's inside versus displays. You're releasing the display. And what you're incorporating more in this month is letting go of that fear that you are damaged, letting go of that fear that you're ruined because of this person or place or thing, or this intensely scorpionic energy, this draconic ass energy. You are releasing it, right? You have the 10 of Swords coupled with the World card, or in this deck, the Universe, which is a beautiful card, by the way. Like, look at that. You are releasing all of it. Like, you are really fully embracing that is no more. You are not afraid that you are ruined. You're not afraid of ruined, because what you know now is what you have simply can't cease to exist ever. What you, you know, like, you know now that what you thought was ruined can't ever be tainted or tarnished. It's not, it's impossible. And so, you know, the Universe is all about finishing something old and starting something new. So it's like April is a quick 180 for you, or like a flip into something else, or like a bloop into a different reality, like timeline jumping to for some people. And it all comes from really leaning into that, looking at that fear of, I'm fucked up, I'm ruined, this is ruined, this person ruined me, I have ruined everything with this person, what if I don't have this. It's from looking that fear in the face and recognizing how small it is, and recognizing how little it is to the vastness of the universe, which you are. I wasn't even trying to be funny, okay? All right, so the outcome card, pile 4, we have the Death and the Moon. I'm gonna read you both of those because I just read them and I think that they're great. Death, the releaser, the eliminator, the expander, one who is committed to change, metamorphosis, transformation, gifts, and cutting through limitations, restrictions, obstacles, dents even more of oneself, desires to let go. This is funny because I was just talking about the negative aspect of Scorpio kind of like messing you up, and the fact that you have to look at that fear in the face, right? And by doing that, it's almost like transforming that lower scorpionic energy into a higher vibrating Scorpio energy, which is this death and rebirth card. Yeah, that's amazing to me. This is Scorpio, who, like the butterfly, going from caterpillar to cocoon to emerge, change, transforms the scorpion to the snake, sheds the old skin, becomes an eagle or a phoenix bird. That's what we're getting here. The shedding of old beliefs and attitudes, cutting through the old structures and releasing something new. This is movement from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. That's so insane, because we have Moon here, which is Pisces, and Aquarius here, which is Aquarius. Like you are simply, there's like, for some of you, there's like there's a generational curse that's actually being lifted right now. For some of you, there's a past life trauma that's actually being lifted. For some of you, simply going through this alchemy, simply going through this transformation is healing the collective. It's really big. It feels big to me because out of all of the piles, pile 4, I feel healed by giving you this reading. I feel like I'm healing just by having access to be able to look into whatever it is you're experiencing. So thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry if it ever felt like you weren't gonna see the other side of this, but you will. And it heals so many people because of it. But anyway, when a person is drawn to this card, it is a time for major transformation, setting something new into motion, and at the same time letting something go, cutting through the very bones, the core, the form, and structure of the old in order to release in a new rebirth. Going into the moon, my cat is just so much. I love her so much. She's so sweet. And we have the chooser, the romantic, one who is gifted into turning difficult situations into positive events. This is the moon card. Jardines Aquatics, just if you did care about the song, because it's getting louder. Committed to working through difficult situations in relationships, a romantic who desires not to be deceived or deluded by others. Little tolerance for self-deception or illusion, possesses unusual magnetism, often placed in positions of making choices between two issues, situations, opportunities, or directions. This is the tester of old patterns, Pisces. It is a relationship card, the hard working it through time. There is a deep love for harmony and a longing to regain lost harmony. This is continually being put into places of hard choices. The 2 towers, 2 kings, 2 keys, which are Mercury, communication, and Pluto, deep unconscious. The jackals represent the inability to tolerate delusion, illusion, deception in self or others, gifted in spotting dishonesty. When a person is drawn towards this card, it is a sign of being determined to face any self-delusion, face any difficult decisions, and resolve difficult relationships. Yeah, the month of April for you, Pile 4, is completely transformative, completely renewal, and you get to elevate and gain more power once again. You get to really heal for yourself, you get to heal for your ancestors, you get to heal for your community, you get to heal for anybody. Like, I hope that in my heart of hearts, like, this reading here has made me feel like no matter if you have an audience or not, show up and do it, because it heals people. We're all connected, we're all family, we're all so fam. And you acknowledging it and recognizing it, even if it doesn't seem that deep to you, it's impossible to not be that deep, but even if it doesn't seem that deep to you and it's simply cutting off a toxic ex, that right there, because of what you're predisposed to, at least versus in these cards, or what you've experienced, could save so many lives. Yeah. I think you are gifted with sight. You don't have to fear like you'll fuck up and make the wrong decision again. You can let that go. There's no way you can. You've gained so much from it. Like, there's no way you can make the same bad choices again. And they're not, there weren't bad choices to begin with. You are evolving that young, I'm just gonna give all this intensity, love bombing, fuckboy energy into something that is truly romantic, real, and tangible. So have courage and strength. You have it all pouring around you. See that in your friends, see that in your community, so that you can see that more in yourself. And Pile 4, that is your reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you liked it. If you did, let me know if it resonated in the comments. Let me know if it resonated in the comments. And yeah. Tell me more. I'd like to know more about you, Pile 4. You're kind of cool. You're all cool. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool. But Pile 4, I'd like to know more about your situation. I'd like to know what's going on with you, and if it resonated, how so. And talk to me about your month of April, when April happens. And stick with me for May, because I'll come back and do it. Love you so much. Have a great day.